Canada, we need to talk, and not the polite sip your coffee and nod kind of talk. This is full volume, emergency lane flashing, wake up before your mortgage does kind of talk. Because the latest data, it's not just bad. It's a fire alarm for consumer confidence, small business survival, jobs, and yes, mortgage delinquencies, especially in Toronto. This is the Wise Old Owl Show, and I'm Vince Gaetano here to serve up your economic reality check with no fluff, no spin, just smart moves and straight talk. Let's start with soft data, consumer and business confidence. March numbers, lowest on record ever, lower than during COVID, lower than 2008. Let that sink in. Confidence isn't just an emotion, it's a signal. It tells us if people are spending, hiring, expanding, or like now, hoarding cash, cutting hours, and staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering if they're next. Hiring intentions across Canadian businesses flipped negative in March. That's happened only twice since 2009, once in the financial crisis and once during pandemic lockdowns. When hiring stops, layoffs follow. And sure enough, Canada just shed 33,000 jobs in March, the steepest drop in over 3 years. Ontario took the brunt of it, losing 26,000 jobs, almost all of it in the GTA. Full-time jobs down 62,000. Private sector jobs down 48,000. Sectors hit: retail, manufacturing, construction. In other words, your neighbors, your clients, your community. The manufacturing PMI came in at 46.3. That's full-on contraction mode. It hasn't been this bad since the early COVID days. Toronto's unemployment rate, 8.8%. That's 3 percentage points off the lows. And it's not just job losses, it's long-term unemployment that's spiking. 360,000 Canadians have now been unemployed for over 6 months. That's 1.6% of the workforce, the highest since 2011, pandemic excluded. Why does that matter for you, a homeowner or a broker? Because job loss doesn't cause mortgage defaults. Long-term joblessness does. And we're heading straight into that iceberg. Let me be blunt. Mortgage delinquency data lags reality, but the leading indicators, they're flashing red. Delinquencies are already rising across Ontario. Power sales listings in Toronto jumped 278 last month. And as the job market weakens, the numbers are going to climb. It's simple math. When paychecks stop and bills keep coming in, people fall behind. So here comes the rate debate. Good news, the Bank of Canada will probably drop rates on April 16th. Markets are betting 60% odds I go higher. My call, the Bank of Canada cuts every meeting until July down to 2% overnight rate, which means mortgage rates as low as the 3% range, even maybe in the high twos if insured this summer. But here's the catch. By the second half of 2025, imported inflation, weaker dollar, retaliatory tariffs comes roaring back. That'll cap how far rates can fall. So no, we're not going back to the 1.5% mortgage wonderland, but we are heading into a window of opportunity, and it's narrow. Toronto real estate is in full slowdown mode. March sales were down 2.4% month over month, following a brutal 28.5% drop in February. Lowest March sales since 1998. Condo listings, highest on record for the month. Detached listings in 416, up 160% year over year. Inventory, up 89%. And guess what that does to prices? Down 1.4% in March, down 1.5% in February. Trend? It's broken. Here's the real story. Confidence is in the toilet. Jobs are disappearing. Delinquencies are coming. Toronto is teetering. And yet, there's still time to act smart. If you're a homeowner, this is your cue to review your mortgage strategy, especially if you're riding a variable and praying for cuts. If you're looking to buy, opportunity is coming. Don't wait for the headlines. They're always late. And if you're sitting on the sidelines with no plan, now's the time to talk to a pro. We're not just here to find you a rate. We're here to navigate the storm. If you like this video, share it with someone who needs to wake up to what's coming. And hit subscribe for weekly deep dives that actually matter. Drop your questions or war stories in the comments. This is real, folks, and we're just getting started. April 28th is Election Day in Canada. Get out and vote. It's your economy. It's your home, your future. This is Vince Gaetano from OwlMortgage.ca. Thanks for listening. And remember, the Wise Old Owl is here to help you navigate through the noise and provide insight to the financial chaos in the current environment. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and together, let's chart a path to financial stability. Cheers.